Jimena has a camera. What's going to happen soon is we're going to be going outside. Today we could have probably been outside. One of the things what you do when you go outside to help you with getting through your workout is you're going to make sure you know how to ride in a Paceline. How many of you have ridden in a Paceline before? I would think most everybody. Okay? The purpose of Pacelining is to conserve your energy, learn how to ride as a team, and also work on your bike handling skills. You'll never see a racer get in a Paceline and stay out in the front for a half an hour. You don't do it because you're wasting your energy. You might as well use the people around you to help you get through that workout.
You haven't ridden with Adriana.
A couple of things to think about. And that's a good example. A couple of things to think about when you're doing a Paceline. One is you want to be right behind the person that's in front of you. You don't want to overlap their wheels. And the reason you don't want to overlap a wheel, and by overlapping that means here's their wheel, and your wheel is literally overlapping them. If that person in front of you makes a quick move, you're both going down. And that's what you don't want to have happen on the bike. Avoid crashes at all costs. So, never overlap a wheel. The distance between you and the person in front of you is your own personal preference based on your comfort level. The closer you are to them, of course, the more draft you're getting from them. Randy and I have been riding together for so many years that I feel at times I could literally ride behind him with my eyes closed because I know his pace, he the same behind me because he knows my pace. And we ride within inches of each other's wheel. And part of that's also a trust factor. I trust him, I know his bike handling skills, and so therefore I can ride very close to him. We used to have a group of people that we rode with. We were able to get a 20-person Paceline that worked like a machine. And I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it because it was so fun to be in this Paceline. Everybody was precisely a minute on or less off. The pace never changed. We were consistently within range of each other, and it was like a machine, that humming sound. It just went. It was just so cool to be with this group of people. And that's what we want to thrive to do when we get out on the road. We want to work together. And the problem that happens is exactly what you just said about Adriana. Okay, that's what happens, is that somebody gets excited. Everybody thinks when you get in the front, what are you supposed to do? Speed up. No, you're not supposed to speed up. That's the last thing you want to do. What you should do is, when you know that person's about to come off, you look down at your computer, you see what your cadence is, you see what your speed is, and you maintain that. You maintain what you have there. You don't want to speed up, because that's not the purpose of a nice flowing Paceline. So we'll work on that when we get outside. The other things that you want to think about as you're doing a Paceline, and this is also a comfort level, is pointing things out on the road so that I may be able to get past that pothole, and we're going to see a lot of those when we get back out on the road. We're going to be pointing out a lot of stuff. If you can't physically point at it, just say, hold. And then people will know that there is a potential obstacle in the road that they should be aware of. The other things to do is, of course, when we're coming to a stop, the signal that a lot of people do is to just put your arm like this so that they know you're slowing down, or you can physically verbalize slowing. The other signal that you can use you watch professional racing, you'll see a lot of this happening in a peloton. You're on your bars, and whenever I'm ready to come off, I'll flick my arm to let the person behind me know I'm going to come off, and it's now their turn to go. That's an easy way to do it, so that you don't have to say anything and just flick and you go. And that's an easy way to go with it. So keep those things in mind, because that's what we're going to start working on when we get outside. And of course, once we get out there, you're going to see other obstacles come into play. Cars coming from the right, stoplights, stop signs. There are lots of things, and one of the things that I tell a lot of athletes is make sure that your eyes are constantly on everything that's out there. Because you might know where you want to go, but that guy coming from the right might not see you at all and may just pull out in front of you, and you have to be ready to stop when that person may potentially hit you. And we want to avoid that, of course, at all costs. Alright, so keep that stuff in mind. Let's get this workout started. And what I want you to do is small ring 15.